Hey everybody, I don't know if you're live or if you can see me if I'm live. Oh, you can see it's way too much of my desk. All right, I'm pulling it up so I can see comments. Hopefully you guys can find me again. Now you're seeing like all my mess and everything, so this is just great. Let's see if I can, nope, I can't do that either. All right, I'm gonna wait till you get back in. I'm sorry, this is ugly now. It's not what I wanted to do, but my software crashed on me, or it's not letting me be on, it's just not letting me stream to Facebook. It's the second time it's happened today. So I apologize for that. That is just not what I wanted to have happen. Okay, so everything's kind of crazy now, but let me know if you actually have found me again. And I'm so sorry to Hannah that did that. It makes me very frustrated. And anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to carry on, right? All right, I'm going to give people a couple seconds to find me again. And I am so sorry for the trouble. I don't know why it did that. But I don't even know where it stopped earlier. I was talking about the different kind of foiling products that there are at Pink & Main. I'm going to try to sit down here. Sorry, my chair is also squeaky, but you can see everything. You can see my floor. You can see my stomach. That's just great. All right, is anyone here with me? We're going to try this again, and I'm sorry my desktop looks a lot worse than it did before, but whatever. It is what it is. So let's just move onward here. Found you. Yay. It's a craft room. It's supposed to be messy. Well, I am fitting the bill. Let me tell you. You're seeing like behind the curtain. This is like the parts that you're not supposed to be able to see, but whatever. It's fine, right? It's all good. Okay. Yeah, it died in your collection of goodies. Okay. Well, all I was trying to say is there are cut-ups that you can, and it's throwing me off too because I'm watching it on my computer and it's delayed a little, but anyway, there's cut-ups that are little, kind of like ephemera pieces, individual little pieces that you can foil and add to your projects, your cards or your scrapbooks or anything really. And I love that there's messages in there. I hope you guys can see that. I can't really tell if I'm on screen. Little messages, like this is the Easter version, obviously. Little bunnies and different things. And there's these for all kinds of different holidays. And then like I think I said when you could hear me, we have the A2 size foilable panels and then the 5.5 by 8.5 foilable sheets. So just to give you a little overview of the type of products that we have available, and I think Hannah carries a lot of them. All right, so what I want to do without further ado is actually give you a little foiling demo so you can see how easy it is to use the Minc machine and do some foiling. Get all my mess out of the way here. So I said I would do this on Valentine's Day to tell you guys about my love of foiling. So that's what we're doing here, is talking about my love of foiling. Let's go ahead and let's do some conversation hearts, because why not? It is Valentine's Day. I should probably stand up so I can see on my phone where I am. You can see all my mess to that side, but it's all good. All right, this one's called Sweethearts Foilable Panels. So this is what I'm gonna foil today and show you. And yes, Stacy's saying it's so addictive, and I agree completely. It is totally addictive. I wanna pull out the one. So this pack, a lot of the packs come like this, not all, but a lot, where it has both the negative and the positive of the design. So this has both. Anywhere that it's black is where the foil is going to stick to the toner, because that is the toner. So on this one, you'll get the hearts themselves being the color of the foil, where on this one, you'll get white hearts and everything else will be the color of the foil. So this one, you'll get just the hearts, not the messages. The messages would stay white, if that makes sense. But I'll show you, and then it'll make complete sense. All right. And I will do this. Let's do a fun pink color. I have this newer one. It's called Waterfall Pink. Now let me back up for just a second. One thing I wanted to show you guys is there are so many colors of foil as well. I think we're up to maybe 80 colors now. And this is my little swatch book that I made of all the different colors of foil. Hopefully that's coming across and you can see how pretty they are, all shiny. Now these little swatch cards are something that Pink & Main carries. So if you are into the foiling and you want to have your own little swatch thing, this is something that Hannah could order if she doesn't already have it for the store. But it's really fun. Everything on there is printed, so everything it gets foiled, and then I just write the name of the foil on there. If I was, fancy, I could have made a little label and not my ugly handwriting, but that's okay. And then the other thing that I did on some of my foils, this one's new, so I haven't done it yet, but I took toner sheets and actually made a label for the bottom of my package as well, so that when they're on my desk, on my shelf I mean, I can see what color it is. So I made this as well as the little swatch for all the colors that I have. Okay, so we're going to use this Waterfall Pink Cheerfoil today. Oh, Anna just got the swatch cards in. Perfect. Yeah, they're so handy. I love them. I think that's such a smart thing to have. I just punched holes in mine and put them on a ring. You could put them in a little book if you wanted to, you know, however you'd want to store them or keep them. Now in my mess, I need to find my scissors. I love these Spellbinder scissors in particular for cutting the foil. I think they cut it like butter, basically. Just cut it right down there, easy peasy. And these foil rolls, at Pink and Main we call it Cheerfoil, which is such a happy name that Michelle came up with. I just love it. It is a huge roll of foil. There are 25 feet of foil on every roll. So it's 6.5 or 6.25 inches this way, and then 25 feet of it. So you can foil so many things with a roll of foil. I love that as well. All right, the other thing I have here is my cute little brush. This is the little dusting brush that we have, and I think it's just adorable with the little beads in it and everything. But like I was starting to say before, I think, or I might have said it on my other live today, I'm losing track now, but you want to make sure that there is no dust on your foil or on your toner panel, because anywhere there's dust, if dust comes between the foil and the toner, it's not gonna adhere. It's kind of like blocking everything. And I have a dusty craft room. I don't dust in here nearly enough, and I have a cat in here, and my cat hair will get everywhere. And so I do try my best to not have those. Sometimes they happen, and it's not the end of the world. It's just, you know, a place to put a sequin or something. If you have a little dot, it's not a big deal, but I try to get rid of it. All right. So this is the little sleeve that comes with your Minc machine, and you always want to have your panel in this sleeve to send it through. Now I put the back side of the foil touching the front of the panel. If you think about it this way, on your panel, you want to have the foiling side, the pretty side of the foil up, because you want it to show when it's done. So it kind of makes sense to me that I would put the back of this on the, you know, how's the best way to say this? I'm not saying it quite right, but you know, you want to end up where the front of your foil is going to have the foil on it, the front of your panel. So yeah, anyway, that probably was a terrible explanation, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. All right, so it is heated up now. Before we lost the live, I had turned it on the back and I put it on 3. And now that it's a solid green light, I know it's ready to go. And I'm just gonna feed it through there. I'm just gonna, you know, be careful that it's kind of centered in that little slot. There's a slot on the front of the machine, and it's just gonna go right through. I kind of hold it until it really catches there, but then I can let go and let it go through. Yeah, Hannah, you do need those scissors. I just love, these are my favorite scissors. I don't know. I thought I had enough scissors in my life, but then these came along and I found out, no, I needed one more scissors because they're so nice. And yes, you do know about cat hair. I've seen your adorable cat that roams around the store. All right. So just letting it go through. Now it is hot. It's not like burning, but it is hot when it comes out of the machine. And you don't want to pull off the foil right away. You want to let that cool off a little, just to, you know, make sure that you're not going to pull up the foil with it. So I wait until it's cool. It's already feeling cool, cooler to the touch. Sometimes if I'm doing a bunch of foiling, I'll just like put a few through and then, you know, set them to the side and then pull them off after. But we call this the peel and reveal. This upside down. Let me do it the right way. Where you peel off the foil and see all the cute and pretty shine that you created. So I can't tell on my phone if you're seeing the shimmer of it, but it's so pretty. I love it. And so it just adds all that fun shine and prettiness to your project. So we have that done, but now we have all this still available for us to use, right? We don't want to let that go to waste. I save all my negatives. Sometimes I use them right away, or sometimes I just put them in my bin to use eventually. But the way you use this is we also have toner sheets, which are sheets that are just toner that you use for your negatives. So let me pull out my little pile here. I'm going to show you that on my chair. I had my black. Let me find that real quick here. So first of all, black is the, I use this one a lot, depending on the look I want. This is our black toner sheet, so that whole panel is just toner. And so when I put it through like this, you can see you would end up with black hearts with the pink writing and pink in the background. And that's great, but there's also fun, colorful options as well. There's rainbow, garden, some ombres. I might pull out that ombre one. I think that would look really pretty with this. Color art, look at how pretty. Now the thing is, this is just printed paper. So if you wanted to use this on your card panel as is, you can, but it's also great for doing these negatives on. This is the same black, but in a full half sheet. There's silver, and then when I use the most is probably the white. I use that all the time, it's great. And then these color blends are great. That's a pretty one too for this. I don't know, I have to decide which one I want to use now. Maybe I'll do bright ombre. I think that would be fun behind those conversation hearts. Yeah, I'm showing things and I'm not 100% sure what all Hannah has. So I might be giving you guys ideas and she'll have to do an order. So look at how pretty these are. This is just colored. There's a fun rainbow one. But I like this, that kind of a paler rainbow with this. And you can kind of audition it and see what it'll look like. I like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So let me go ahead and get out my trimmer. Because that is a half sheet, I don't need the whole sheet for this. Okay, and then I'll save this other half for another use. Okay, so again, I'm gonna find my brush. Where did I just put it, guys? Right here, back here. Just try to get off any dust that might be on there. And even on this, since I set it down like that. And my pink at the top, I think. Then I just want to kind of line it up the best I can. My panel is actually a little bit larger than this negative piece because my panel was 4 by 5 1/4 and no, I'm sorry. My original panel was 4 by 5 1/4 and I cut my toner sheet to a full A2. Does that make sense? So I'll have a little bit of an edge, but then I'll trim it down to put on my card. So it's all good. It's all good. So again, I put the back of the sheer foil onto the front of the toner sheet to be able to do this. And you can tell it's right because you can see it poking through. Now, another thing about when you do this, if you want to make sure that foil is always covering any of the toner, because if toner touches the little plastic carrier, it'll transfer to that instead, and you'll end up with like a messy carrier. So you want to always make sure that anything that's toner is covered up with foil. So I usually kind of look at the back side and just make sure, like here it's close to the edge, but it's good. And I'm going to just send that through again. Hey, Jen Shirkus, how did you find me here? If you guys know Jen, she's a great teacher and card maker as well. All right, putting this through. Jen, I had a complete eCam fail. It just like crashed twice today on Facebook. It wouldn't do it. I don't know why. So I'm doing it native right now in the phone, and you can see all of my mess everywhere here. So this is not ideal, but we're making it work. It's all good. All right, so again, I want to make sure and let that cool off before I peel it away. And you guys, I didn't do a great job at the top there. I didn't line it up that great, but it's all good. We can trim it down. Oh no, that's my that's my border. That's exactly what I was telling you would happen. Goodness gracious, Libby. All right, so can you see that? Now we have our colorful conversation hearts on our waterfall pink background. So really fun. I would probably take like a stitch die and cut that out, or you could even cut that out with a heart-shaped die and have a heart of hearts. It'd be so cute. So yeah, fun. Jen has had her own tech nightmare, so she gets it. The only thing that's wrong here is that I would never want to have all this mess of my desk showing. So it was a bigger view when I went direct with my phone. So, but that's okay. We're not gonna worry. I am worrying, obviously, because I keep talking about it. I need to just let it go, don't I? All right, so there we go. That's our positive and our negative from doing that fun foiling. So that's the basic, that's what you do basically with it. And I'll just show you some panels that I have here. To show you different things, and then I'll show you some other things you can do once you start collecting foil, things you can do with all the foils that you end up collecting. So here's some fun ones for Valentine's. Where my little kiss packet went. Oh well, anyway, there's one that are lips, really cute. And here's another one where I did the positive and negative. So this was on an ombre, like purple to red kind. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera, and this is with a really fun sparkle red, I think it might be called. I should have looked that up, but really fun. Here's the same hearts, and this is the hearts that we just did, and I did this ombre blue to pink to silver foil, and then I did the negative on that as well. So really fun. Some hearts that I did with the tinsel, lilac tinsel. I should know these names, and I should have written them down before I did this. And this is another one of the little panels that has, that's a smaller panel. Let me show you what that one looks like. It's in this one. Oopsie. This, I think it's in this pack. This is called Color Spotlight. This is one of my favorites as well. And so can you see on there how it's purple, but then it has like the orange in the center? So this is a fun little pack of toner panels. And this is the one that I used on that to get that little spotlight in the middle. And like I said, these are just pieces of cardstock. So you could use these on a card as is if you wanted to just use that as your background, but it's obviously more fun to do this this foiling on it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Here's another cute one with Cupid. This is using that same waterfall pink that I just used. There are messages that you can do the foiling on. Here's an Easter one that just came out recently called Fun Eggs. And here is a panel where I had done the eggs, like this one in a purple, a lilac, satin lilac. And then here it is on a diagonal ombre toner sheet, and you can see how the eggs have the rainbow when I use the negative. So really fun. All right, so that's kind of an overview of how to foil. Oops. I think I'll show you now some cards that have foiling on it. A couple things I wanted to tell you about first. There are some foiling packs or toner sheet packs that have coordinating stencils, and that's what we have here. Push that to the side. Grab this. These are new. I'm not sure if Hannah has them yet or not. There's two sets like this. This is called Bunny Hop Set 2, and this has eggs and bunnies, and that's what this card is from. You can see right there. So you can see that the outline of the bunnies are foiled. Hopefully you can see. And then, since it has coordinating stencils, you can stencil in the color of all the different little carrots and bunnies and flowers and everything. And in this pack, you can see that there's some, different levels of foiling. So in this one, you're going to get those eggs foiled and the bunnies. This is the sheet that I used there that is just the centers of the flowers and an outline of everything. This will do the background. But you always have to remember on these things, you pretty much always get a 2-for-1 because you're always going to have the negative, and so you'll have both versions. So, interesting. And then this is a card that Hannah may have in store. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But this is with the Bunny Hop 1 stencils. So I foiled it and stenciled it. Another thing I wanted to mention here, this little heart is completely foiled. And I actually did this on a live earlier today on the Pink and Main channel. I took some of the black toner paper, like this, and I just took a sheet of foil and I basically made foiled paper, and then I die cut hearts from it. So that's what this is right here, my little bin of hearts. And so I had done the same thing with a purple foil, and then I did it today with the pinks. So then you have these fun little foiled heart embellishments that you can put on things. So just another fun thing to do with your foil. Toner sheets. All right. And then a bunch of cards here to show you, and then I'm going to show you a couple other techniques. This is one where I did it with green tinsel foil, and then I went in with gold stickles and just coated that whole flower with the stickles. Am I on camera? Yeah. So you can see all the shine of that. Here's a fun paint splatter foilable sheet or panel, and then I use a rainbow streaks foil on it. And some cute little stamps as well. Oh yeah, flock on the card. I forgot to mention that, Hannah. This was in the class. I'm not sure if you had a chance to do my class, but we did fun flock, or flock, the flock that Pink and Main has a whole assortment of flock, and I am totally in love with flock these days. And so that's what's here. My little bunnies are fuzzy. So fun. All I did was I took my glue bottle and just traced around and added glue into the bunny and then sprinkled the flock on it. And it's so cute and fun. Actually, I can even just show you. This is my drawer of sparkle flock. So we have them in sparkle and regular. So you can see all the fun colors of flock that we have. So flock with glitter, and then we have regular flock as well. So I'm just loving them on cards lately. And actually another one that I just did recently, oh, this doesn't have the sparkle. This is one where I just used the plain pink, but I just put a little glue on these hearts and then added flock to that as well. So I'm really loving the flock. I think it's super fun. I don't know, have you guys used flock lately? We had flock years and years ago, but being at Pink and Main has made me love flock all over again. Actually, let me see. I think I have, in here, I think I have my sparkle version. Here it is. This is another brand new panel, foilable, with the cute little shamrock, and I went in with the pink glitter flock and added that to my hearts on this one. So, fun. And this, I'll show you this too. Why not? This is the card I did on my Pink and Main live earlier. This is what I did with those little hearts that I made, and then I put one in the inside as well from those panels that I created. So this is the circle flip die, by the way. I think Hannah has that as well, which is super fun. And the set is called You're My Favorite, I think. Okay, all right. Just to go through some more samples before I show you some other things. Here's a card where I just did this cute little coffee bean panel in the back. So just a little hint of foil, just to kind of show you guys how to incorporate foiling into your cards if you're curious what to do with it, you know, once you get it done. This is another one that was out at the holidays that was another foilable sheet that had matching stencils. And so I really loved playing with this one as well at the holiday time. And this one, I'm into the stickles as well. I coated these half leaves with stickles on that one. This is one of my favorite foils. It's called City Lights Gold Cheer Foil. It's so shimmery and pretty. Here's a couple snowy cards. I love the snowflake backgrounds for winter cards. And you can see the sparkly silver. Hopefully it's showing. And this is a satin aqua color, which is so pretty. They used on that one. And then here's a fun, this was in the fall when we had a kind of a great outdoors type of theme. And on this one, I just did two different colors of foil. So I did the blue up here and the green down here and just kind of laid them next to each other on the panel. So you can see that there's a little bit of a blue tip on my trees there, but just another fun thing to do with your panel is to try to do different colors of foil on the same card. And that is actually on that one of the first ones I was showing you. I had tried to do this one where I did pink here and then green, and it didn't quite work out how I wanted, and that's why I went in with the gold stickles to cover up the pink, but you can kind of see the outline of the pink around there. I just got like some pink over here that I didn't love. So that was what went wrong with it. But I think it totally could work if I had just cut it around it a little better. I think I used that message, which by the way is also foiled, to cover up my boo-boo on that card. So, all right. So another thing I want to show you. So we know that we can use the panels and do all the foiling with our Mink. But another fun thing that you can do with your foil is it pretty much sticks to anything sticky. So I'm going to take a cardstock panel here, and then I'm going to take my tape, which is hiding under a pile of stuff. So this is a double stick tape, and Pink & Mane has 3 sizes. We call it easy tear tape because it does just that. It tears very easily. And I'm just going to take the widest, and this is any kind of double stick tape would work, but I love this stuff because it's so easy to use. And I'm just going to put this across my panel. You can see how easy that tore, right? I'm going to try to do it somewhat even. What was I saying about dust in my room? I'm having like particles fall on my card. Earlier I had dusted something when I was doing those panels, and then I put the panel down on the foil, and literally a cat hair just like came out of nowhere and fell right onto the back of it. It was on the back, thankfully, so it wouldn't have hurt anything. But I'm like, geez, like literally the cat hair just like comes out of nowhere in this room. It's pretty funny. All right. And I totally stuck it to my desk. That might be problematic, but let's see. What are we laughing about? Jen's going to foil all the things. There you go. Yes, there's Tina. There's only like a handful of designs that have stencils that go with them, but they're really fun when we do have that. So, all right. I was pushing it down onto my panel, but now I have to try to pick this up that I taped down to my desk, which is foolish, Libby. Really foolish. Some of it stuck right to my desk. Okay, bear with me for a second here, guys. Not my smoothest move. But it comes right off. Okay, so now I'm going to take those awesome scissors that I'm in love with, and I'm just going to trim the edges of this off. You guys see where I'm going with this? We're going to foil right onto this tape, and we're going to make little stripes on our card, and it's going to be cute. And one of the reasons I love these scissors for stuff like this is that they're non-stick material, so if you get them all stickied up, you can easily get the stick off of them. Okay, so there is that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be cleaning more than crafting, Stacy. That's not a situation I want to be in ever. All right, so my tape is down on my panel. And now I'm going to take another foil. In a pink mood since it's Valentine's Day, and I'm going to use the Sparkle Pink, which I love. It's so cute and sparkly. Again, I put one of those squares on the bottom that I did with my foilable panel, and I'm just going to cut out a panel of this. Thanks for saying hi, Jen. Nice to see you. Jen's my trade show BFF. Go to a lot of the same, well, we don't go in person as much as we used to, but we used to. That's how we first met. Now we do virtual things together. All right, I'm gonna just peel off this tape, the backer of my tape, I mean. And hope when I'm live, it works as well as it does when I'm not live. And so you can imagine anything you have that's sticky, you can stick your foil to, basically. Hello, I can't get you. There we go. You have to be careful when you're doing that because you don't want to like pull up your nice stripes when you're trying to get the backer off. Okay, all right. So now I'm just going to set this on here and hope I cut it big enough. It seems like it's maybe, oh shoot. Okay, you have to be careful because it will attach as soon as it hits that sticky. All right, and then I'm just going to use my fingers really to push it down onto that stickiness. Try to see through where they're at. You can kind of see the lines of the tape. I missed the edges there, but no fear. I can always touch that up with more foil. All right, so this is kind of like when you do a rub-on, you know, you peel it up, and if you see a spot where it didn't really get down there very well, you can always go back and rub it again. But see how that's coming off really good? Getting some little missed areas. I stuck my fingers right to this, which I'm sure was not helpful as far as keeping it sticky. I need to stay on my panel. And again, wherever it's not sticking, I just go back and rub it intentionally in that area. There's a spot I missed right there. And then where I did a boo-boo with lining it up, I can always go in with this edge over here and just rub that down as well. So I just love that there's more things you can do with your foil than just using your panels, you know, because once you have 25 feet of foil, you need to have something else to do with it. So there's my little stripes. I could go in with the different sizes and add different stripes on there along with it. But you can see, here's one I did at the holidays where I did this exact same technique. And I did a thick red and then a thinner green and made it look kind of like striped candy. So kind of fun. So I would go in with maybe another pink on this one and just make it striped and then make it into a cute Valentine's card or an Easter card, actually. So I just wanted to show you that's an option with the foil, even if I didn't execute it the best in the world. All right, another thing I wanted to show you is that you can do with your foil. This is just a little scrap of paper. This will work fine. I'm just going to cut out a little square from it, or a rectangle. And as I said, anything sticky, the foil will stick to, right? So I'm going to use one of Jen Shirkis's favorites, now that she's gone, which is a Quickie glue pen. You could use a Quickie glue pen. You could use a glaze pen for this technique that I'm going to do. But I'm just going to get this going off camera here. Oh, Libby, make sure that this one, I may have a glue pen that's no longer there. Okay, the glue's coming out. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to write something on my little paper here with the glue. Of course, I know some of you would be like, I am never using my own handwriting on anything, but it doesn't have to be writing. You could use this to make little foiled dots or stars or whatever you might want to draw onto something with glue. You can then foil it. So I don't know if you can see what I wrote, but I wrote the doodle bug. Does that show? So when this Quickie glue pen goes out of your pen, it's blue. So you need to wait until it's completely clear and it becomes tacky. So we'll set that aside just for a second, and then we'll put some foil over that in a second. All right. Another thing I just wanted to tell you about that you can do with your foil is we have something called glossy gel. So if you're somebody who likes to put like a embossing paste or some kind of, some kind of paste through a stencil, you can do that with this glossy gel. Am I on camera? Glossy gel. And I did it here through this really pretty stencil. And then once it dries, it also gets tacky. And then I put foil through the ink onto that gel that was tacky. And that's what I got for my background. So that is with a stencil rather than with a foilable panel. So that's just another fun thing that you can do with it. This glossy gel you can do other things with. You can use it just like a gel, and you can use it, I put glitter on it. You know, there's different things you can do with it. I mix glitter with it. It will dry completely eventually, but it is something that you can also foil with. So I just wanted to show you that as an option as well. And then one other product that we have, that, let's see, where did she put it? This is something that I think Hannah said that she's had in the store. She may even have some in clearance right now that you could run and get. But these are called our stickies. And this one actually has coordinating dies, so it actually comes with a couple little cute heart dies. But let me show you how this stuff works. So this is, again, kind of like a rub-on. Basically, it's just like a rub-on, but it's a rub-on of stickiness. So it's a rub-on of glue. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out one of these little hearts here. Okay. And then let me grab another piece of cardstock to put this on. Just keep using pink, why not? So when you have your little cutout piece, it is 2 pieces of plastic. One is just the backer, so this is nothing, it has no sticky on it. This piece that has the printing also has the sticky on the back. So what you're going to do is you're going to set this down on your cardstock. Now it did come with a die. Not all of them come with dies, but this one happened to. But I'm just going to set it there and then just rub it. You could, if you wanted to, put it through your Mink to transfer this. I would do it probably on 0, so it's just pressure, not heat, because it is glue. You don't want to mess up the glue. You also don't want to press too much with this because you could squish out the glue a little bit. But I'm just going to push this down pretty good. I could even use my bone folder, here it is, to help as well. I'm not like going super hard, just rubbing it all over. And it is like a rub-on. So now when I lift this off, you can see there's glue there on my panel. Now this, if you're an art journaler or even on a card, this is a cute little black, acetate piece, black, a heart. I keep this, especially when it's a cute heart like that. I would trim around that better, and I could use that on a page for something. So I keep those as well. But anyway, let's do this one in, we haven't looked at this one. I love this one too. This one's called Vintage Pink Cheerfoil. This is another newer one. It's really pretty. I actually made a sheet of it already that I want to die cut some things out of. I want to die cut some words with that. I think it'd be really pretty. But we're going to use it on this little sticky as well. All right. Again, as soon as you put it down, it's going to stick. So you want to make sure you have it in the right place. I'm having a little bit of a hard time seeing my stickiness where it's at. I have to get it like tilted in the light the right way. All right. And now I'm just, oh, yikes. Don't do that. Showing you what not to do. Just rubbing that down. And again, if you weren't comfortable with this, you could put it through the Mink as well. Another use for your Mink. Okay. And then slowly peel that back. And there we have cute little foiled hearts, a heart of hearts. There's a couple little loose pieces that I could brush off. Right there, so there we go. Super cute. Super fun, super shiny, super pretty. And this set in particular has a little die, so I could cut that out if I wanted to and put it on a, pop it up or do something with it. But I kind of like where I put it on that panel. I could put a message across it, or, you know, who knows what I would want to do. And then I also have these are a little jagged. They're not as crystal clear, like sharp, I mean, as when you do it with a foilable. So I'm not sure how usable that is, but if you wanted kind of a rough heart look, it could work. All right, is that everything I wanted to show you? We could go back to our little doodle bug here and do this to show you this, because now the glue that I wrote with is completely clear, so it should be, you know, dry enough and ready to go. So I'm going to use some of these stripes that I don't know that they're quite thick enough, so I'm going to have to do this in 2 passes, but I'm just going to set that down, rub it on. See, that's not up high enough, so I'll have to do the separately. Our G didn't quite transfer. I may have messed that up. It was stuck to the plastic, but let's see. Oh no. So there we go. Our cute little, the doodle bug. So just think, you know, things you could do with that. You could draw a heart, you could draw all kinds of things with your glue, or it also works with a clear or any glazed pen as well. But another way to transfer some foil. So I think those are all the ways to use foil. Is there anything that I didn't show that you guys are wondering about with foiling? I think I kind of showed you everything I had planned to show you here. Showed you all my card samples. But it's fun, it's addictive. There's so many things you can do with foiling. The other day I just had a foiling session and I just sat there and like foiled 25 different panels just to make them up and have them ready to go. And so that's, you know, that's one of the fun things is you can just sit and play with it and have fun. So I hope you'll give it a try. And yeah, with all the different panels, like the foilables that you can use the negative pieces, there's just so many things you can do with it. So I guess if that's, you know, no other questions or anything, I think that was my demo for you. Hannah, did I forget anything? Is there something I should have shown that I forgot about? I don't think so. Another new foil that we have that I love, or not foilable, are Hearts and Shamrocks, whoopsie, which is on this cute little February mouse card. But look at that done with the rainbow. So cute. Suggestion for storing leftover pieces. That is something that I need to figure out better myself. Let me just show you. This is like on my shelf right now. So all these different pieces that I have that, you know, there's great pieces here that I want to go and use the negative of, because look at how pretty that is. But I'm thinking of getting just a box to keep these in, you know, like maybe one of those little plastic shoe boxes would be good for it. To keep it in. I don't know, if you wanted to be more organized so that you could find them again, you could do like little kind of folders type of thing that are labeled so you would know what's what. I would have to go digging through my pile to see that. Another thing that could really work actually is our Pink and Main storage binder. Like these would be great to put your foils in, right? I don't know if Hannah has this in the store, but these little pockets would be really great for that. Putting this in a zippered pouch, I think would be that's maybe what I'm going to do with mine, is put them in a zipper pouch and have those. I think I have my little Pink and Main zipper pouch. I might just put them down in that so that they're out of the dust, you know, and so you don't have as much dust. You have the craft stacks from Spellbinders. That could be a good idea, depending, probably the larger size, right? Because I think you mean these, right? This size is a little small, but if you had the one that's like the twice as big, I think that would be a really good place to keep them. Here's all my cute little colored Pink and Main thingies. That's a great idea. The binders, yep, the binders would be good too. So I think there's several different ways you could do it. And then if you saw the beginning of my live that ended, like I said, I do the foil, like I take one of those black toner sheets, cut it into little squares that fit on the boxes, and then I put it on the end of the box. I just put it on there with the easy tear tape so that I just store these boxes of foil on my shelf all pointed out so I can see what's what, and it just makes it really easy to know what I have. I can just look and see. So that's how I like to store my foils. I need to catch up because the last few releases I haven't done that yet, so I need to get mine labeled. Anything else? But yeah, definitely save all these because, you know, look at this. I have these cute shamrocks here. This was my, a lot of this is for making a whole ton of cards for, for stores like Hannah's, you know, so I have all these negative pieces that I didn't use yet because I was in mass production mode for stores because I loved supporting wonderful stores like the Doodlebug. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to let you get on your way and have your Friday night and enjoy your weekend. And I hope this inspired you to try foiling if you haven't already, because it's so much fun and there's just so much you can do with it. And I'm sorry for my messy desk again. This is not what I wanted to show you guys, but it all works, right? It all works. All right. Well, thank you guys. And thank you, Hannah, for letting me come in and show you this. And I will probably see you in the comments on another one of Hannah's lives soon. So take care, everybody. Bye.